Hello everyone, how are you? I am Professor Arbor of Arbor Academy. Abby and I, alongside with our team, are ready to provide you with all knowledge, which will be cover all aspects of academic topics, in order to educate people around the world who need access to education for free. Alright, if you have questions concerning cryptocurrency, I have answers ready for you. Today, cryptocurrencies have become a global phenomenon, known by most people but understood by few. In 2018, you will have a hard time finding a major bank, accounting firm, software company, or government that hasn't researched cryptocurrencies or started a blockchain project. Beyond the noise in the press releases, people often fail to understand basic concepts. So let's walk through the whole story. What are the cryptocurrencies? Satoshi invented Bitcoin in 2008 as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. To realize digital cash, you need a payment network with accounts, balances, and transactions. That's easy to understand. One major problem every payment network has to solve is to prevent double spending. That is, to prevent one entity from spending the same amount twice. Usually, this is done by a central server who keeps records of all balances in a decentralized network. You don't have this server, so you need every single entity of the network to do this job. Every peer in the network needs to have a full list with all transactions to check if the future transactions are valid, or an attempt to double spend. But how can these entities keep it consistent about these records? If the peers or the network disagree about one single major balance, everything breaks. They need absolute consensus. Nobody knew how to achieve this until Satoshi proved it was possible. Cryptocurrencies are the key part of the solution. To illustrate this, we will look at the transaction on the network. The transaction is a file. For example, Bob gives X Bitcoin to Alice and assigned digitally by Bob. Once signed, the transaction is broadcasted to the network, sent from one peer to every other peer. This is standard P2P technology. Nothing special happening here. After a specific amount of time, the transaction gets confirmed. Only miner can confirm transactions. This is their job in cryptocurrency network. They take transactions, stamp as legitimate and spread them into the network. After a transaction is confirmed by a miner, every node has to add it to its database. It has to become a part of the blockchain. For this job, the miners are rewarded by cryptocurrency, for example Bitcoins. Anybody can be a miner. They just need to use some of their computer's power to qualify the task. Every miner competes to solve a cryptographic puzzle. After finding a solution, a miner can confirm the transaction and add it to the blockchain. As an incentive to do this, they then receive a payment from the network. In this way, a network of independent actors are economically incentivized to maintain the legitimacy of the transaction history. So that's the gist of it. Cryptocurrencies are the key to complex digital cash problem that Satoshi solved how to maintain integrity and consensus across independent and potentially malicious actors. Cryptocurrencies are essentially the monetary incentive offered to anyone willing to keep the network secure. After I give you all details on this topic, if you have any question, please let me know. In this summary, we explain the concept of sharding and why it is so important for the futures of blockchain. Sharding is a method of splitting the existing blockchain infrastructures into multiple pieces with the aim of increasing its scalability. So what is the issue with blockchain scalability and what makes sharding so important for the future of this technology? Most blockchain networks are decentralized, which means their infrastructures or nodes are not held at a single centralized location, but are instead spread out with different nodes holders throughout the planet. Although the infrastructure is decentralized, nodes actually hold the same pieces of information, regardless of where they are located. This serves as security foundation for this network, ensuring no one can take it down, nor change any data since there is no single access point. Each node holds the entire blockchain data and secures it by verifying the transactions and data inflow with all other nodes. The problem with that is, what while blockchain grow in user base and adoption, their data rapidly increases in size, making it difficult to store. For reference, one of the largest blockchain network, Ethereum, currently holds almost 10 terabytes of network data. This means that each node holder would need to download, store, and process every piece of information since the birth of Ethereum. Hence, it significantly increases the cost and efficiency for node holders, and is a major part of the scalability dilemma. So, in order to allow blockchain to scale and expand, sharding technology has been introduced. Sharding split the network data into multiple pieces so that node holders don't need to hold enormous amounts of data to support the network. Let's say that the Ethereum network introduces sharding to its blockchain that would significantly take the load off each node, as it would be required to hold only one part of all network data. However, although being separate, each node will still have to communicate and verify its data with all others. That is also the tricky part, but to solve this issue, developers has to come up with a protocol called Beacon Chain. Beacon Chain is a consensus layer which enables the communication between separate Ethereum shards and make sure they all stay in sync with one another, thus coordinating the whole network in current blockchain space. There are already several blockchains which utilize the sharding technology and are trying to solve the scalability dilemma. On behalf of Arbor Academy, we always welcome. Thank you and see you again.